Hi, welcome to Namaste. I'm Susan Kaylock, the president of the Board of Trustees here. I was just about to go into service. Why don't you join me?
Hello, I'm Reverend Bobby. I'm the senior minister here at Namaste. Welcome. We're glad you came to join us. Come on in. We're about to start. It's a pleasure to be here. We have some folks still coming in. Just very, very excited to be outside. I feel like I've been inside for so long. Does anybody else feel that way?
Yes.
I miss nature. I've been experiencing a little bit more. I'm just really grateful to be here. And Terry is our director today. And he gets to play with my moving around. And we've got lots of folks here today. We have dogs here today. It's just so great to see your faces. I can't even tell you. I almost don't know what to say. Is that even possible? That I don't know what to say? Something always comes out. It's just really great to see your faces here today. So we're live. Namaste is live this morning. We'll be replaying this 30 after this afternoon, which is our time to go live. When we're in the park, let me just give you a little bit of a reminder. Please keep your mask on if you're sitting. If you walk away, you can do whatever you want to do. Almost. Just make sure it's legal in the city of Long Beach. And please remember, and I know you know this, but when we practice, I see the face of God. It means I practice safely. And I stand at a social distance unless you are in my pod. I say pod like I live with you, I hang out with you all the time, and I feel safe with you. But remember, the other side has to also kind of agree to that. So just please be conscious of social distance today. One of the things Namaste is going to be doing is once a month, we're going to be in the park. Once a month in the park. And one of the things we're doing is for the holiday service, it's going to be December 20th in the park. It's going to be at 3:30 and it's going to be candlelight, and I haven't figured out how to do that, but I will. We may be using phones. I don't know what we're going to do. We'll see what we can do. So again, good morning. What was that? Yeah, right. I know you said something else, Candace.
That was it.
What's that?
Electric candles.
Electric candles. You might have to bring your own candle. That might be what it has to be.
Or flashlight.
Or a flashlight. Anyway, good morning. So where we're going to go now is, for those of you that have come, we're going to be stepping into some sacred silence right now. Nikki Freeman, our practitioner, is going to do invocation, the affirmation, and the meditation and share. So good morning and welcome, Nikki.
Wow. I am so happy to see all of you out here today. You are definitely a sight for sore eyes. So to begin with, before I go into all of that, let us read our affirmation. I'm going to invite you just to get quiet and receive this morning. The household of God is the household of love and peace. It is the secret place of the Most High. All exist in this household as divine beings. The consciousness of the Most High has room for all the unity of good. Each member of this household is at peace, and all other members of this household. This is a community of peace, of understanding, of fellowship, of love, and unity. So as we breathe that in, bring that into our knowingness at the center of being, where truly spirit is known as the infinite peace, harmony, love, unity of all life. So it's from that place of knowing this morning as I take in the feel and energy and beauty of each and every one of you that are sitting here in our circle and our community that we know as Namaste. I breathe in that knowingness of oneness and feel the expansiveness of all life. That is the truth of this service. It is the truth of the message that comes through Reverend Bobby this morning, that falls on our open ears, and the expansiveness of this park and the beauty that opens us up to that greater knowingness that life truly is in, through, and as each and every one of us. Each and every being, thing, atom, molecule, existence of all life is the existence of God in each moment, always. So it's with deep gratitude that I stand here with you today, coming together to do our sacred service in the park, taking in that knowingness that truly God is everywhere. And just saying, and so it is. Wow. What a beautiful sight to look around and see each and every one of you here. And this morning, going to take us into meditation. And it is with great joy that I share with you this meditation that was written by our beloved practitioner, one student, Jackie Pearson, who has given me permission to share it with you this morning. So thank you, Jackie. Good morning. I am your guidance counselor for this unique experience in this time. I ask that you unbuckle your seatbelt of reserve and lean back into your comfort zone. There is no need to turn the light off or be concerned about a fare, for this is all on me. Your pilot is experienced and flies all day, every day, and everywhere. Welcome aboard. As we settle into this moment of meditation, I ask that you take a breath and release it. Feel the way the breath travels up and through you. Take a moment and give thanks for the ability to do this seamless task with ease. Give thanks for the ability to feel this task and hear this breath. And now relax into the knowingness. Imagine that you are at the cusp of a beautiful meadow. You can see the meadow through a group of trees. The sun is shining. You hear the faint sound of water. As you approach the clearing, you begin to feel the sun. You hear the birds. You can smell fresh wildflowers in the meadow. You, my beloved, are entering the garden of knowingness. You feel the welcome throughout your body. You feel the love and peace throughout your body and feel comforted. No words need to be spoken because you know you are home. As you step forward, you realize that you have no shoes on as you feel the warmth of the grass under your feet. And you smile. You open your arms wide and turn your face towards the sun. You feel a faint touch of a hand that vibrates your heartstring. And again, you smile. As you step forward, you feel as though you are gliding in this pure release and ease, makes you laugh out loud, and the birds sing along with you. Oh, my beloved, this is the feeling of pure joy. You begin to feel like a child again, and the voice whispers, "You, my beloved, are my child." You smile again and realize the knowing that there is no spot where God is not. Take a moment, smell the flowers. Listen to the water, the birds. Feel the smile at the very depths of your being. You step further into the meadow. As you approach the edge, you see a brook. You look down and glance at what appears to be your reflection, and yet all you see is light. A light shines so brightly that it makes you take pause and give thanks. You sit in this for a few moments. Oh, my beloved, the grace of love engulfs you, through you, as you. You touch the water ever so lightly, and it ripples. You think for a moment and feel the ripple throughout you. You laugh lightly and remember this feeling. It is not foreign to you. It is so familiar. You settle into the seat of self and continue your journey. As you continue walking along the edge of the water, you notice how clear it is and how you watch how the water rolls along the stones, you realize that your life is like a stone. And as God moves throughout you, the edges become smooth and seamless. You give thanks for all the smooth edges that you are. You continue to notice and see some small fish that are swimming. You know this is how Spirit has moved through you as you, swimming from spot to spot, carefree and beautiful. You continue walking a little bit further, and you see something floating in the water. From the distance, it appears to be a piece of paper in the water. It's only one piece, and you take pause. As you approach the paper, you realize that it is an envelope. You reach down and pick it up, and it has your name on it. You smile. The sender says, "From the seat of self." You open the envelope, and nothing is written on the paper inside. This, my beloved, is your awareness. You have the power to fill out the words. You have the love to fill out the words. You are the center of your words. You turn and begin to walk back towards the entrance to this garden. Realize there is no entrance or exit. This, my beloved, is the garden of self. Always was and always will be. The beauty is there. And now, take a moment to bring your awareness back to your breath. Feel your breathing once again, bringing you back to this beautiful park. And when you're ready, open your eyes and give a word of thanks. And so it is. So Jackie, thank you for that beautiful meditation. Yeah. So today's talk is how God engages as us. And what I know is that meditation right there for me spoke to that very thing. I don't know about you, but I am sure I am not alone in feeling the angst of the last 8 months, be it through COVID, be it through all the political election terms. And I know the philosophy that we live, that God truly is in, through, and as each and every one of us. And I have to admit that during this time, I have at times struggled with remembering that. And then I have the opportunity to sit in prac class and be reminded of that from the students, from my fellow practitioners, from each and every one of you. For truly, as I engage in my life, I am engaged with God, with the dogs. It's all life, it's all God. And I had the opportunity on Wednesday night to sit in spiritual practice with our new and most beloved Reverend Veronica, who shared with us a reading from Ernest Holmes about the peace within. And what I keep being reminded of is when I am angst about all the stuff, it is real. It is happening. I feel like I have been going through a great deal of PTSD for the last 4 years. And after the election results, I felt my body relax for the first time. And I felt like I could actually breathe. And the Wednesday night service reminded me of how have I gotten through the last 4 years, because all of what I am feeling is not negated by the truth that truly God is in, through, and as all of us. Whether I agree with you or not, still God. There's still lessons in this for me. And what I am reminded is that I get to be in choice in how I remember that. How am I being reminded? What spiritual practices am I doing to anchoring in the greater truth? Or am I choosing to sit in my discomfort? And I have to tell you, sometimes it's both. Sometimes I am in a great deal of angst. And when I am, do not spiritual whitewash it by just saying, okay, it's all good, it's all God, because that isn't my truth at the moment. My truth in the moment may be that I'm full of angst and I'm in upset. And what do I do about it? So me, I am not a journaler. For those of you that journal through those experiences, my hat's off to you. I can't do that. I practice. But what I do is I reach out to people. We have our 7 a.m. calls, which is a beautiful way for me to anchor in the truth. I use my practitioners. I use my friends. And it comes back to finding that peace within. Because from there, I can look out and know that truly God's got this. I only can take care of what is true for me. The rest will be sorted out by spirit, not by me. And that allows me to sit and rest in that peace within. Thank you. Namaste. And I love you. And I am so happy to be here with you all. Oh, did I go too far? Sorry, I had to remember to do my job.
Good morning, namaste. It's so great to see everybody. I miss everyone so much. I'm Debbie Ann, and I'm one of the members of the Board of Trustees, and I am going to read with you about who we are. So if you could all join with me, that'd be great. And we have a beautiful reminder if you need it. Talk louder. Okay. All righty. Okay. So we're going to do this together. Here we go. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you, which is love, truth, light, and peace. When you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me, we recognize that we are one. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Yay. Okay. This is the next slide, of course, is basically the story of my life, and I'm sure your life too. We get to learn practical science of mind tools in a loving, connective, and vibrant community to reveal my power and change my life. And we get to awaken, realize, transform, and then repeat, do it all over again. Constant circular motion. And our power statements are: we are a thriving, dynamic, spiritual community. Hashtag we are Namaste. Hashtag this stuff works. Okay, and we have some exciting news. Next Sunday, the 22nd, at our new 4:30 p.m. time, we are going to have Rain Bizou singing with Kong. Yes, we haven't seen her in a while. She's coming back and she's going to do a duet with Kong. So we look forward to everybody virtually signing in next week on Zoom, or not Zoom rather, I'm sorry, Facebook or YouTube. And then this Wednesday, we have the Circle with Valerie Day. And this week it's going to be called the Freedom Path. It's the 11th step practice. Join us on Zoom, 7 to 8 p.m. this Wednesday, the 18th. All of this information is on our website. Thank you. Bye.
Good morning, namaste. People. Yay. Hey, Reverend Bobby, there's people out here. Yay. I'm so glad to see you and to meet each and every one of you, and I hope to be able to meet you today if I haven't yet already. So, and it's such, did we pick a good day or what?
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. I'm just here to talk to you a little bit about Wednesday nights. Reverend Bobby has given me the honor of leading Wednesday nights and putting it together. And if you haven't seen a link to the survey, one will be coming out soon, either on our Facebook page, our website, email. It'll be coming to a link near you. So please take the survey, because we want to know what you want. We want to know what's calling. I'm even asking you to go within before you take the survey so that you can see what your soul is asking for. So please, when you have the opportunity, take the survey, and I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday nights, a midweek pick me up, which bridges us, between Sundays. So, so please join us. And this Wednesday, like we said earlier, will be with Valerie and the Healing Circle. So thank you. And now I want to take this opportunity to introduce my family. We are all so excited to be here. Come on, guys. Yay. So, yay. This is Denise and Gavin. Gavin's 12 and Gracie's 9. And we're so excited to be a part of the Namaste family. And we look forward to seeing more of you.
Wave, they want us to wave at the camera. Hello. All right, nice to meet you all. Thank you for opening up your hearts. We definitely have felt very welcome here from day one. So thank you.
Yes, thank you. And now it is my pleasure to bring forward the amazing Reverend Bobby.
It's an experience getting ready every Sunday. Right? Oh, I must say that I miss each one of you for individual reasons, by the way. I miss the time that when we've been together. Today, when I heard the who we are as a collective, I felt teary because I haven't heard that in months. I've heard me say it, and I've heard a board member say it, but I haven't heard us say it. So it's kind of been a virtual practice of it. So I've just had to hear it in my head. And there's no way it matches what I heard today. Just no way. So thank you for saying that. And thank you, Jackie, for making the posters. Before I get started on my talk, I wanted to make sure you We don't always get to see folks, and we've had some changes that have happened at Namaste. You got to meet Veronica and her family, which is really wonderful. So glad Veronica's here. You have a board president here. Susan Kalik is sitting over there. You have, of course, Debbie Ann, who gave the wonderful announcements for today. You have a new board member, Sean Mejia, back there. And that's his beloved right next to him, so wave. And I'm pretty excited because my sister's here today. Right there. My sister Tangi's here, so my baby sister. And just in case anybody wants to know, Terry is like 4 days older than me. I know. You know, so you gotta do what you can do. The reason that it's so exciting to have my sister here as one, I'm gonna put you on the spot today. Yeah, you don't mind. We're like this Reeves clan. That was my given name is Reeves. They are not shy people. They're not. Sometimes they should be shy people. I know. So my talk today is I'm going to talk a little bit about Tangi, but how engaged is God as us? One of the things I've mentioned, and I feel like I need to mention this again. My relationship with my sister has changed so much over the years. When we were young, we were very close. We shared a room, and most of the time she was annoyed at me. Truly, I was not exactly neat as a teenager. And so she would always tell me to keep my stuff on my side, and I had stacks of books. Remember that? Stacks of books on my side of the room. But we were always close. We always cared for one another. And in the house we grew up, it was important to do that. We really relied on one another, and she protected me from my brother. I was kind of small. I was small, and so she was a baton twirler, and she would take her baton and beat him with that baton. And it was so interesting. But over the years, we've had an interesting relationship for so many different reasons. But in the last 10 years, the thing that I think that sort of speaks to the talk I'm about to give is I asked her what changed the most about our relationship. And the thing she said to me was, I stopped feeling judged by you. Yeah. Stopped feeling judged by me. And I think that's important to say because one of my practices is to really see the good in everyone. That's one of the things that I practice is to try to see the good in everyone. And right now, that's a little challenging, right? So I'm gonna tell you a little story. It's a really good story. Election day. Everybody remember election day? Okay. So election day, yeah, it's like serious. So much happened that day. Well, I got a ticket on election day. I got a ticket for speeding, and I was pretty ticked off about it because the guy pulls me over, and he had to basically weave through traffic to pull me over amongst everyone else speeding. That's my story. So I get pulled over, and I've been actually ticked off at the police department for some time for many, many reasons, right? Well, my anger really came out that day. So I went home and I said to Janine, Janine, I got a ticket. And she's like, really? And I go, yeah, I got a ticket. And then I let it go. I let it go, and because the election seemed so much bigger anyway. That was on the 3rd, right? It is. Well, on November 9th, I got another ticket. I know. I got another ticket. So the guy pulls me over. This time I'm with our 15-year-old. And I got a ticket because I was holding my cell phone in my hand. And he says to me, ma'am, I saw you holding your cell phone. And I was trying to get somewhere, so I was looking at my navigation. And I said, well, I was looking at my navigation. And he goes, yeah, you can't even hold your cell phone in your hand. And I go, really? I did not know that. So I was so angry, I couldn't even see. And I still had to take Reese to somewhere. I don't even remember where it was. I was so angry. So I text Janine and I said, I got another ticket. I heard nothing on that end. Inside, as I'm talking to this young, very polite officer, I'm thinking, one, you're not wearing a mask. What are you doing even coming near me? Because the other officer, same thing. So I was really ticked off. Number two, I didn't know. How can you give me a ticket? I didn't know. I didn't say, how can you give me a ticket? I kept saying, but I didn't know. But I didn't know. And he says, yeah, you can't even hold your cell phone in your hand and yada, yada. And as I'm driving away, I for hours, I could not talk. But as we're driving away, Reese, in her infinite wisdom, the 15-year-old says, man, you got some stuff going on with you. You got to clean that up. Now, that made me more angry. And later when I was talking to Janine, I said, I just wanted to punch her. The thing about it is, and so this is the perfect metaphor for the law that we call spirit. Ignorance does not excuse you. I didn't see the sign change from 40 to 25. Does not excuse me. I did not know that I could not hold my cell phone in my hand. Does not excuse that the law still operates. It still does. So I was like angry, and you broke the law, Bobby. You broke the law. There's no way around this. There's just no way around it. So, but I wanted to tell Reese off anyway, but I didn't. I held myself, and later I was talking to Janine and she said, I cannot believe you got 2 tickets. What did you say? Something, all I heard was, there's going to be a point on your record. That's all I heard. She could have said, I'm so sorry. Are you okay, honey? Yeah, see? But all I heard was, there's going to be a point on your record. You can only go to traffic school once. I don't get tickets. I don't get tickets. And so I'm just like, not really happy about it. Here's the thing. This is the spiritual journey we're on. This is how God engages. I think the universe has a big sense of humor sometimes. Don't you? I feel like Groundhog Day 4 years ago has happened again, only in reverse for some. Because of perspective. We're still in some ways looking at things in a similar way, and we have an opportunity to see things slightly different because God engages as us. And if I've said this throughout this month, if we're upset, it is important to find what spiritual practice, what perspective do I need to engage with that can allow me to spin as what we practice at Namaste, which is the face of God is everything. So if the face of God is everything, it is the election, it is the results not only today, but 4 years ago. How do I engage in that? How do I see this? What are my opportunities to do in this? And the really interesting thing is, how many of you are staying away from the news? Yeah, it just seems reasonable, right? It's still happening. The consciousness is still being spoken. And what's interesting is, and it's fine if you stay away from the news, but we cannot pull away from the world and really grow. We cannot ignore what is happening in the world and grow. We cannot be silent in the face of where others are being treated less than. The time has come in our world where I have to take responsibility, be accountable, and speak up. And speak up for what's happening. And one of the things that we talk about, and I find so interesting, and I get to see this every Sunday, is in our new location, there's this huge cross. And I kind of like it. And I like it because I've made peace with that. There was a time not so much. And I didn't grow up with crosses. As a Mormon, you don't grow up with a cross. In fact, we used to be kind of sarcastic about it, say, why would you carry a gun around if Jesus was killed by a gun? Just saying. But what's interesting about the cross and what it represents that creative tension by both the fact that there is discord and love happening at the same time. There is discord and love happening at the same time. So it is not that I can pull away in my spiritual journey and avoid things and really have an opportunity to practice growing in the midst of it. My meditation, I love it when it's really, really, really quiet. It's not. There are times it is not. And it is up to me to take that noise and use it, to take the noise and use it. And I could sit around and say, well, why is the universe doing this? Why is God doing this to me? I think it's very interesting to ask ourselves that, and very natural to ask, why is this happening when challenges come up? But we are playing in a collective consciousness. And that collective consciousness is millions of people making choices, choosing what to see, what to believe, what to carry, what to do. There's a bug flying right in front of my face. I'm going to eat it in a minute, I'm afraid. Ernest Holmes says, we need not leave the world, for we may engage in all of its activities without being controlled by them. We can be in the world of affairs and be masters and not slaves to it. We get to do that. We get to choose if something is in charge or someone, even some law. We've all played in the realm of when laws were not necessarily in favor of who we were and are and still do. That does not have power. What has been really interesting about the election that I find incredibly hopeful is that typically 100 million people vote, correct? 140 million people voted this last time. That means that people have decided to be more engaged no matter what side they're on. More people voted for the person that lost this year than ever. More people voted for the person that won this year than ever. What that tells me is not about the win-lose. It tells me that more people are engaged. More people are not delegating. More people are choosing, being conscious in their choices. You know, even though spirit is the capital T in truth, spirit is the T in truth. It is all that is true. And the world is just effects. Again, it doesn't mean that by drawing away from the world, we draw closer to spirit. The vote is a great example of that. By participating, I am actually closer and participating actively. It is the form of spirit. By withdrawing, that doesn't bring me anything. That just means I'm withdrawing and I'm letting the world happen as chance. Right now, we're called to action, not to be right, but to stand in oneness. So what does that mean? I truly, sometimes I find that word trite because folks throw it around. It's like saying it's all love and then don't do anything. Oneness is when I recognize that there's the face of God in everything around me. There's the face of God in everything. Now, I'm going to talk about our current president for just a moment in a way that you're probably going to be surprised. Agreed. Because it's really important to me to find a way through this, because what I see right now is there's someone in pain. There's someone struggling right now. There's someone that has, in the sort of human perspective, lost in the most public of ways. You could not be more public for this. What if it was you? How would you feel? Would you hide? Hell yeah. I would hide. I don't know what I would feel, so I don't know what he must be feeling. But I cannot continue to contribute to this world thinking that there is an enemy or one person responsible for all that's happening. There isn't one. It's all of us. That doesn't excuse it. That doesn't make that certain things are okay. But it is an opportunity if I truly believe that God is in everything. And I'm not going to tell you what to do. How can I do this? How can I be in this? How can I truly change the consciousness of the planet? Because again, it doesn't take millions of people. The tipping point is very small. But everything that angers me so much about somebody is usually something that's present within me, or present as an experience that I have been in before. Whether it was a parent who wouldn't admit they were wrong, or a sibling, or a friend, or someone who bullied. Whatever it is that I think is happening, it is my own journey playing out. Because guess what? I get to change it. The world's already shifted, and I get to be in that. But how do I want to participate in the shift? Ernest Holmes, the founder of Science of Mind, he said, "We believe the ultimate goal of life is to be in complete freedom from all discord of every nature, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all." That's a big, lofty goal. The only way that I can step out of having discord in my life is to not create discord in my life. The only way I can not have discord in my life is to not create discord in my life. And I create it by the choices I make, by my choice in perception. That doesn't mean, though, and here's the kind of the rub, the creative tension that the cross represents. There are times when things are happening that I must stand up to them and call out what is not in alignment of the big truth. That I have to do. That I invite all of you to do. There are also times when it is better for me to be silent, because there are some arguments that are not to have. We all know those. There are family members we don't talk about stuff with. There are friends we don't talk about stuff with. We may believe it right now is the most divisive of times, but it's only because the news media is reporting it. And every time I see something, I can participate in it by acknowledging or thinking that that's all there is. That is not all there is. God is all there is. God, spirit, universal consciousness, whatever you call it. But God is all there is. And I get to choose that. Reverend Dr. William Barber said, and this is the call to action with respect to standing up and being vocal. He says, not saying something is not an option when I see something, not just because I'm pissed off. Not saying something is not an option. You can't see injustice and say nothing. You can't see an abuse of human beings because of their race, their creed, their sexuality, and not say something. We use our prophetic voice for that, which is we speak to the truth of what is true. That's how we do it. We don't speak against it. We speak to the truth. What is the truth in this situation? There is only truth. How will anyone learn they're wrong unless they learn of God's love? I can remember a time in my youth, truly, when I absolutely had a perfect practice of judgment. Totally. Man, I had it. I was always right. I had good teachers. And I think the universe has a funny way of teaching us things. I think sometimes, for example, if you're homophobic, you better be careful. You just might realize you're gay. Oh, yeah. I just thought that I was dating gay men because they were nice all the time. You know, that's all I was dating. They are. Oh my God, such good hair. I didn't realize that the universe was playing out quite gently with me. So what I thought was interesting is after I came out, I love golf, so, you know. After I came out, I wanted my siblings and my family to not be so judgmental. And I had just spent a number of years being absolutely perfect at it. The pedestal had been torn down, right? Yeah. I wanted grace. And I would say in a lot of places there was a lot of grace, but I had to learn the lesson, which I call karma in a different way, which is I had to learn by the consequences of my choices, that I had to earn trust again, that I had to prove that it wasn't just because I wanted it for myself. I had to demonstrate that I really believed that I had been wrong. Just like the tickets. Here's how it works. It doesn't matter if I know if I'm wrong. It doesn't matter if I don't believe that I did something. There's always a moment in which I hold something in it, my own part in it. And I get to accept it and be accountable to it. I can be pissed about it. I can think how unfair it is. Or I can use it and the gift that it gives. And for me, it felt like the biggest lesson that I had come to this planet to learn in this life, whatever your beliefs are, was about love. It was about love. Is to get better at acknowledging the mistakes I make and not thinking that that makes me a bad person. It just is a mistake. That the journey, and I think that's the most difficult part, is if you look in our culture, saying I made a mistake is not accepted. It's not. So why should anybody, even at the top of the chain here in our government, say I made a mistake or I did something wrong? We as a culture don't like that. We want our leaders to be infallible. We want people to be perfect. And when they do something, even when I do something, I don't like it because it's uncomfortable, because I feel like I did something unforgivable. And for me, even the smallest things were unforgivable. So, 2 tickets in a week, right? I'm still shocked. What was that? All love. It's embarrassing. It's not. It's part of the life that we live, right? It's part of the experience of falling down and getting up and supporting people who fall down and get up, even if we don't like them. Oh. Yeah, it is that. So, today, I just want to invite you to remember that how God is engaged as us. And again, let me qualify God, God, spirit, universal presence, consciousness. I call it God, which is really a verb for me. How is God engaged as us? It's not just by the things we do right in our minds. It's by everything. It's the mistakes we make and our ability to get back up and to give other people that same grace. To give other people that same grace. So I'm going to pray. I'm still in camera, Terry. You want to come this way a little bit? Okay. So what is the word that comes to your mind that you think prayer would support our planet today, our nation today? What's the word? Grace, trust, compassion, understanding, peace, justice, understanding, unity, peace, faith. Thank you. Oh. So I want you to keep your eyes open for this prayer. Prayer is everything we say, not just because I've just decided to pray. It's everything I say. So knowing that God is in everything. God is in everything. In the words we speak, in the choices we make, in the actions we take. And it is for every creature, for everything, that the universe is this intelligent energy, that it responds. It responds to the things that we believe and the things that we truly have faith about. It is love because we say it is love and because we believe it is love. It is compassion because we say it is compassion and we believe it is compassion. It is peace because we say it is peace and we believe it is peace. It is understanding because we say it is and then we practice it. It is not just what we say in prayer, it is what we choose to do and choose to believe. So what I affirm right here and right now is that this community, I speak for this community right now. Can you say yes to that? Yes. Do you trust what I will say? Yes. I know this community practices that the face of God is everything. That the center of everything and everything that we do is love. That even when we fall and we feel like shit, it is still love and it is grace and it is good. Yes. And we practice that for others. Even the ones we don't like. Yes. Go Reg. So I just call this day that God engages as us consciously and unconsciously. But today I'm going to practice that conscious compassion, peace, understanding, faith, and know that that is all there is. And so it is. Amen. Yes. All right, this is our giving, which means you got to give online, folks. And I want to thank you for your gift, the gift that keeps this community doing what we do. The fact that we have a brand new minister over there. Oh, I just feel lighter that she's here and her beautiful family. So the gift that we give today, whether we do it on Venmo, PayPal, or whatever that is, money is energy. Giving is energy. So I give from that place. So just take whatever you give, which is your time, your presence today, and just place your hand on your heart. I give today because I have so much to give. Love has no capacity. It is infinite in it. Compassion has no capacity, it's infinite. So I just sink into that. I allow that to be the truth of how we give as community that is Namaste. So I bless this gift today and call it good and good, and so it is. I got to figure out what's next. Okay. So I'm just going to ask the benediction poster. Who's got that one? Julie Gano. Julie Gano. Do you remember Julie? Julie, can I talk just very vaguely about December 3rd? Okay. You okay with that? Julie's going to have surgery on December 3rd, so can we hold her as a community in prayer? Thank you. We know it's all good and you're all whole and your health is good. So we're going to say the benediction, but I want to remind you of two things. Next Sunday, Rain Bazoo returns to Namaste, and she's going to sing with Kong. Oh my gosh. Guaranteed it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Guaranteed. The lottery starts for those of you that would like to attend service. So Debbie Ann is going to be running that lottery. So all you do is submit your name if you want to attend a service, and we'll pull your name, and if you want to come, you get to come, because we have about 2 or 3 spots outside of the streaming team to do that, okay? So if you want to do it, talk to Debbie Ann. I know, but I want to build it. I want to get excited about it. I love having people around. So are you ready to say the prayer? And can everybody see it? And if you can't see it, move so you can see it. All right. You ready? Oh, what is it? What's happening right now? Something wonderful is happening to me right now. Wait. I can't remember what it's called. What's it called? Now, if it's called life, where is it? Life is in my body. Good job. Life is all that I am. It's not just me. Who else? Oh, very nice. Now, here's the choice. What am I going to do with it? I am it. And what else? Now, sometimes I don't like it. Sometimes I do. But when am I going to share it?
Just the way it appears, and just the way
It appears not. Wait. If you could only do one spiritual practice in your entire life, you are about to say it. Right, Candace? What is it? Thank you, life. And so it is. I want to thank Terry, Julie and Pat, Jackie, Debbie Ann, Nikki, and our board members. Thank you for all you do. Now, go out and be kind. Go out and be compassionate. And just remember, when you see somebody you don't care for, deserve it too. Thank you. Namaste. Have a great week.